now, then move on. Your argument is baseless. Then what is the next? Okay, let's talk about our society now.
Sir, I've
No,
tried to explain to you that for you to
I
get
don't
to
need
that
explanation.
height,
You said they are
you
also
need
local
to
champion.
take information from.
No. I don't want explanation. You already admitted
Yes, sir.
they are
Yes,
local
sir.
champion.
The
No, I don't. Ẹjọ ẹ bá mi gbé Tinker wá sókè. Tinker ni kẹ́
the
bá mi gbé wá
Chinese were
sókè.
local champion. If they were not
Ẹ bá mi
local
gbé Tinker
champion,
wá sókè.
they
Tinker
wouldn't
náwó
have
ẹjọ. Ẹ
ceded
tó bá ní
Hong
motorbike.
Kong to the British for 99 years.
Baba,
They
I
were
don't.
local champion because
I'm less interested in that. Yeah, Adeseun ẹgbẹ́ òsókè.
Ṣáàlè sọ̀rọ̀.
Okay.
Adeseun.
Ṣáàlè sọ̀rọ̀.
Àfẹ́ kópa fẹ́ engagement la fẹ́ but ẹja lè lo 2-3 minutes. Adéka Adeseun lọ kẹ́yìn náà dẹ̀ lọ. Adeseun ní ìgbàlódé sọ 3 minutes
irọ́ tí mo
ni.
sì pa sẹ́yìn lèmi kan fẹ́ sọ. So wọ́n ní àwọn Chinese wọ́n wà primitive. But according to this history now, mo ti send ẹ̀ sí pictures, òun náà ló wà ní screen wa. So okay, tabaka nsìn, ṣàlèkà. This book is The West and the Rest of Us. Okay. For nearly 6 centuries now, Western Europe and its diaspora have been disturbing the peace of the world, enlightened through their renaissance by the learning of the ancient Mediterranean, armed with the gun, the making of whose powder they had learned from Chinese firecrackers, equipping their ships with latent sails, astrolabes, and nautical compasses, all invented by the Chinese and transmitted to them by Arabs. So in fact, kò kí ń ṣe pé wọ́n lọ lẹ́nìí lọ́dọ̀ àwọn Chinese gan. Àwọn Arab during trade, àwọn gan ni wọ́n lọ kó fún àwọn Europeans. So all these things, bí àwọn astrolabes, firecrackers, wọ́n fi ń ṣèbọn. Europeans wọn ò lè mọ nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ ìbọn tí ò bá ṣe nípa àwọn Chinese. Àwọn tẹ́ pè ní primitive ń sìn. So then okay, another screenshot mo máa fi hàn wá nípa ti Christianity, like our missionaries, like they work together, missionaries and all of them. Àwọn kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ missionaries, gbogbo wọn ni wọ́n wá exploit wa ni. So mi ò ní much láti sọ lórí ẹ̀. Mo kàn fẹ́ fi evidence lé hàn wá. If you want it, you can check it out. You can buy it on Amazon. The West and the Rest of Us by Chinwezu. So Europeans won't really invent anything like that. Copy no one shit. So ẹ ṣé.
Abẹ́sọ̀mọ wà rẹ̀ gbóhùn sókè. Abẹ́sọ̀mọ wà rẹ̀ gbóhùn sókè. Ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì wọn abẹ́ṣà.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé ń gbọ́ mi?
Àgbọ̀yé à ń gbọ́ yín.
Gbọ́ yín ní báyìí.
Yeah, ẹ ṣeun. Nǹkan tẹ́mi kan máa sáré sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí. Torí àwọn ènìyàn wa tán bá ti ń sọ òyìnbó nílá kó máa nira nígbà míì fún wa láti tètè píìkì àwọn nǹkan tán bá ń sọ. Èmi ò bá ní ká bí ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n DSR guy kí wọ́n bá wa sọ nǹkan tó lóyìnbó ń pè ní education, ìyẹn one. Then kán bá wa sọ nǹkan tó lóyìnbó ń pè ní modernization. Then kán dẹ̀ bá wa sọ nǹkan tí olóyìnbó ń pè ní civilization. Tí wọ́n bá lè ṣe àwọn àlàyé yẹn fún wa, á mọ̀ bóyá truthfully nǹkan tí wọ́n ní wọ́n mú wá as educational system tó sọ pé òyìnbó mú wá, táwọn missionary mú wá, bóyá nǹkan tó jẹ́ gangan ni nǹkan tán mú wá. Because lójú tèmi tí wọ́n bá sọ wípé education, mo dẹ̀ rí wípé wọ́n ń try láti gbé, torí èmi mọ̀ pé wọ́n ń gègé ni. Wọ́n pe èdè kan wọ́n ní formal education, informal education, wọ́n pín láwẹ́ ni. Education is education. And kí dẹ̀ ni nǹkan tí òyìnbó ń pè ní education? Tá a bá sọ wípé education, ó ní nǹkan tá a lè sọ wípé ìlànà tí wọ́n tò ní ẹsẹẹsẹ tí èèyàn fi lè mọ̀ nípa ìmọ̀ nǹkan kan ní pàtó, ó ní nǹkan tí wọ́n ń pè ní education. Kí ni nǹkan tó ń pè ní, tólóyìnbó wá ń pè ní, nǹkan tó ń pè ní, tá a lè sọ pé civilization. Ó ní nǹkan tí a lè sọ wípé ìlànà tí àwọn èèyàn kan là lélẹ̀ ní àárín ara wọn, tí wọ́n fi ń ṣèjọba láàárín ara wọn, tí wọ́n fi ń ṣètò ìdálù wọn, tí wọ́n fi ń sọ wípé òkè bá a ṣe ń dáko rèé, bí a ṣe ń wọṣọ rèé. Ìyẹn ni wọ́n ń pè ní civilization. Kí ni nǹkan tó wá ń pè ní modernization ní ọ̀dọ̀ wọn gangan? Ó ní nǹkan téèyàn lè pè ní ìlànà tí ìran kọ̀ọ̀kan tó fi ń gbé ara ẹ̀, tó fi ń yíra padà. Pé òkè o tẹ́lẹ̀ o, aṣọ ogbó nìkan là ń wọ̀, a yíra padà láti bẹ̀, a wọ aṣọ ogbó mọ́, a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń wọ aṣọ gidi. Tẹ́lẹ̀ o, a máa ń pa kájà ni, a pa kájà mọ́, a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń rán aṣọ. Nǹkan tó yìnbó ń pè ní modernization nìyẹn. Mo rí pé nínú ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ, àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, gbòógì yẹn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta, wọ́n ń gbé kọlura wọn. Education, wọ́n ń jẹ́ pọ̀ mọ́ modernization, wọ́n dẹ̀ ń jẹ́ pọ̀ mọ́ civilization. Tí wọ́n bá lè yànnàná ẹ̀ fún wa, wọ́n mọ̀, àní máa lọ síwájú lọ sẹ́yìn, yóò yé àwọn gangan fúnra wọn. Then nípa education, àwọn èèyàn aláwọ̀ dúdú, èèyàn wa tán kó lẹ́rú tó padà, tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ the first primary school, ẹ bá wa bi wọ́n léèrè kí ló dé tí wọ́n fi ẹ̀yìn wọn janlẹ̀, tí wọ́n ní kán lọ sinmi. Kí ló fà á tí orúkọ yẹn change kúrò láti Wesley the Methodist tó di wípé ó bọ́ sọ́wọ́ Anglican tán name orúkọ yẹn padà sí Anglican? Ṣé wọ́n lè sọ ìtàn yẹn fún wa? Ṣé wọ́n mọ̀? Because inú mi dùn so far, gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tó ń sọ èyí tí wọ́n bá mọ̀ wọ́n làwọn ò mọ̀. Because èmi ò like ká kàn gbé ìtàn lérèfé, ká bá gbé ìtàn lérèfé, ká wá máa tẹnu mọ́ èyí tán ń tà síta, propaganda láì dig deep. Èèyàn aláwọ̀ dúdú ọmọ wa Yorùbá tán kó lẹ́rú tó lọ tó dé, òun ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ the first primary school, wọ́n gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, wọ́n dẹ̀ create ẹ̀ sí structure titi wọn. Kí ló fà á tí wọ́n lé ẹni yẹn kúrò? Gbogbo àwọn nǹkan yìí ló máa jẹ́ kójú wa là sáwọn àṣírí kọ̀ọ̀kan tó ń fi pamọ́. Ẹ ṣeun, èmi ò ní sọ jù yẹn lọ for now. Ẹ ṣé.
I have something to say, please.
Alákàrà mo ti gúnlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wọn, àwọn point tèmi kàn fẹ́ highlight fún wa nìyẹn. Ẹ ṣeun.
Ẹ ṣeun, sir.
Ẹ sàrúgà, ẹ lè béèrè, ó dàbí pé fẹ́ béèrè béèrè, ẹ lè béèrè béèrè, tínkà náà ti wà lókè.
Sir, I heard everything you said, and I think you're communicating, or you communicated. But this is what I'm trying to explain.
The benefit of that education on your society, let's move to that, because those are your statements. If you want to, I want to message me saying, if you want to know where it's going to happen, it's not here. This is my private life. The organization life is going to be on Awujo. Awujo is different from Akaro Ogun. So, inú Awujo èmi ò nágbára, but ibi agbára pọ̀ gan, àbí fi bí ti Ṣàngó. So bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn, it's totally different thing. Awujo. How Christian created Islam. How Christian created Islam. How the Roman Catholics created Islam. Who is Muhammad historically? So that's what we want to do. So, SRD guy, can you tell us the observing benefits or in our society of that education you're talking about? What can we point to in our society today that that education has brought to us that we are benefiting from? That's the second argument. Thank you. Go ahead. 5 minutes.
Thank you Okay, I appreciate you for allowing me to speak. So I heard or I read somebody saying that I said our education is local. But first, you failed to understand what I was trying to paint. I'm going to reiterate. If I choose to stop at SS3 and I choose not to further my education, then I have placed a barrier in my education and I might not be able to go beyond that because I said to myself that, you know what, I don't want to further my education. So here is it. In order for me to be so vast in different subject matters, I need to study. I need to study. So this is what I'm trying to say. If the Yoruba people decided to say, okay, you know what, we are not going
You
to
don't
accept,
like you set
we are
your
not,
time. Yeah, like understand
so
my question.
I'm going to join everything
Wait.
in. Just
No, understand my question. We have already do that. Big Joes, I will hand over to you now. Big Joes, get a question you are available. Or Kutinka or Ajay, please engage this guy. I will mute my mic. The question you said unto and I have okay addition or Tinka we engage or answers to any or other issue. I have my own philosophy is when we are doing argument or we are engaging, once you say unto, that means you don't know what you're saying. We move on from that. We have moved on from that because you clearly say unto. Okay. Now, okay, Emma bring Bible verse. Okay, I will leave it to think our addition. What they are the results of that education they brought in our society? What are the results, the progressive results we can see that is affecting our society now? That is what I'm asking, not the education in itself. What are the results it's giving us in our society? John tó bá fẹ́ engage think àṣẹ wà ń bẹ̀ or Adeseun, let me end your time. So I will, yes, Oba Beshu, anybody who have engage, I reset your time. Let him finish and give us, then you can engage because I will be muted for long, for like 2 hours again. But
sir,
I will
in the
be
quest for
taking
knowledge,
the decision.
in the quest for knowledge, you're going to encounter lot and lot of things on your way. If you want to acquire knowledge, you're going to you should be ready to um learn evil and good. If you want war, you need to if you want peace rather, you need to prepare for war. If you want to gather knowledge, you need to be open to 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 explore evil part of the knowledge you want to acquire. So I just want you to understand what I'm trying to say. You might not understand to the maximum, but this is what I need you to understand. If you want good, I mean, if you want a nation where there is no war, there is no evil, you should prepare to attack evil people. You should come up with ammunition. So here is what I'm trying to say. When it comes to education, in the quest to gather education, Western education, I mean, I think it's the best form of education, anyways. It might not make any sense to you, but I think it's the best form of education. The Western education is so great. The Western form of education is so perfect. It's not outrightly perfect, but it's great. Now, it's great, right? And it has lots of loopholes. A lot of loopholes that individuals can explore. People can look at the laws and say, okay, you know what? There is a lacuna in this law. There is a O in this law, and I'm going to use this O against the system. So that is how it is. This the Western education is great because we've seen the great thing that the Western education has taught us. We've seen a lot of things that we've been able to do using we've been able to invent rather using Western education. For example, 300 years ago, nobody could fly a plane. The Wright brothers sat down. They decided to use the theory of what theory did they use? I think they used the theory. I've forgotten this theory. I think theory of relativity. It was part of the formula that they use in creating the airplane. They use a lot of formula. So this is what I'm trying to say. It makes sense to sit down to use Western education to solve problems. It makes sense to sit down to use everything that Western education has to offer to solve life's problem. I mean, we've seen we have cars, we have planes, we have rockets. There are great things on the face of the earth. However, they are still evil on the face of the earth because there are lacunas. Lacunas in law simply means holes where people can explore in order for them to take advantage of the system. So, in order for you to say, okay, rather for you to say you want peace, you should prepare for war. If you want to gather knowledge, good knowledge, also have it at the back of your mind that people will still use this knowledge to destroy the world. Some people do ask themselves, Western education help us to create, to enrich uranium, to enrich warhead rather using uranium two two 256 to destroy humanity. This does not make any sense. You should use uranium to power your community. Why are you using uranium? Now, this is Western knowledge. It makes sense. You've understood how to dilate uranium as a resource in order for you to generate power. But you decided to use it to enrich your warhead in order for you to kill or to unalive all the people in a particular state, in a particular country. So you understand what I'm saying? Understand that education is good, but can the system can be used against humans. Just like I said, uranium is so powerful. It can give the whole of Nigeria power once we have a nuclear plant. But we can still use it to do evil. So understand this. Education is good, but in this same education, evil can still thrive in it. I've actually listened to a TED talk where a lady
Please,
was
what's your
actually
point?
advocating
Baba
Kí ni
for
point
Esauga,
yín gangan?
pedophiles.
Baba
ẹ
A
jẹ́
Esauga,
ká
lady,
láǹtì
ẹjọ
ẹ
ẹjọ
jẹ́ ká láǹtì bẹ̀.
Ṣínga, ẹ jẹ́ ká rárá ṣé ní ẹyọ kọ̀ọ̀kan ẹ má bínú. Baba Esauga kẹ́ tó máa lọ jìnnà. Ẹ ti fún wa ní
so
point kan náà.
I'm not going
Ẹ
to
hold
tell
on,
you
ẹ hold
what
on.
Western education has done. I need you to sit
Hold
back and
on
understand that Western
now.
education has been good.
Hold on, Baba, when you're talking, àwọn èèyàn listen sí yín. Ẹ máa gbọ́ tiwa náà mọ́ ti yín. Nǹkan tó máa ń bọ́ èmi nìyẹn. You wouldn't
But
want
sir,
to
my
listen
time
to
is still
others.
on. Sir, my time is still
A
on.
ti gbọ́ yín now. Hold on. You've made a point. Western education. Now, ẹ jẹ́ ká engage ara wa lórí that terminology. Tẹ pọ́nlé dáadáa so good. Tẹ rap ẹ̀ fún wa. Pé in fact, òun ló máa jẹ́ one of the best, if not the best lágbàáyé. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀. Ẹ kàn má fọwọ́ ra lórí ìfẹ́rífẹ́ra fún wa. Let's go dig into it. Ìgbà yẹn ni gbogbo wa máa gain. But when you just say ni bla 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 bla, a máa lose thought. Ẹ jẹ́ ká dúró lórí ẹ̀. Western education yẹn ká engage ara wa lé lórí. Ṣé ẹ ti ń gẹ̀ tẹ̀ báyẹn?
Okay, sir.
Hello, Baba Esauga. Yeah. Now, tí n bá get yín dáadáa, the Western education tẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀. Kí ni nǹkan tó ń pè ní Western education? Ó ní bí wọ́n ṣe ń pín classes nǹkan. Kan ṣe ní ìsọ̀rí ìsọ̀rí fún àwọn èèyàn tí ò rí lè gbóyìnbó dáadáa nínú ilé. And nǹkan tẹ́ ń sọ yìí gan sí àwọn tó mú ẹ̀sìn wá to the Europeans or ká sọ pé to the England medieval period àbí àwọn kan ń pè ní monastic period, that is 11th-12th century. Òun ni wọ́n create ẹ̀. For what purpose òun ni wọ́n ṣe create ẹ̀? Kí ló entails? Àwọn wo náà create ẹ̀ fún? Ṣẹ́rí tá a bá lè yànnà náà gbogbo àwọn eléyìí ó máa lè yé wa. Bọ́tá ẹ bá kàn gbé on the fẹ̀rífẹ̀rẹ̀ àtẹ kan ń sọ lọ bla 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 bla. Kò ní sípà ẹ̀ engage ara wa. Ẹ máa wo nǹkan táwọn èèyàn kọ sínú chat room. Pé ẹ̀ ń bára yín sọ̀rọ̀ ni. You are not communicating. Nǹkan yìí during 11th-12th century náà introduce ẹ̀. Before then ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa wípé wọ́n mix chemical pọ̀ wọ́n ń ṣe. Ẹni tó kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí mix chemical, who was the person tó kọ́ pé bó ṣe máa mix chemical lélẹ́yìí kó náà tó decide láti kó students ẹ̀ jọ tẹ́yìn pè ní Western education lónìí in a classroom. Kí ló lead sí?
Bàbá ọmọ ìṣòwàrà.
Yà ẹ ṣeun.
Ẹ má bínú kí ẹ má bínú. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe bí eléyìí. Maybe kí SRG kó define Western education fún wa.
Olóhùn ò fẹ́ define Western education.
Kò lè máa use the term láì ṣe kó fẹ́ define. Ó lè define náà. Kó tó define. SRG open your mic.
Because a fẹ́ learn ni, so kí wọ́n lè kọ́ wa. Then
Ẹ kọ́ wa ní Western
kí
education.
wọ́n
Kí
bá
ni
mi
Western
add
education
eléyìí náà
define
sí.
ẹ̀?
Purpose Western education in Nigeria. Like, kí ni purpose tí wọ́n fi create ẹ̀ gangan? like táwọn missionaries fi create ẹ̀ kán bá wa sọ ẹ̀ náà sí so that a máa lè kẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ẹ ṣé o.
Esarega, are you there?
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to do something at work. So sorry.
Okay, all right. So, Shelley, define what is Western education.
Yeah, Western education is just the normal formal education. Just the normal formal education. That is Western education. To read, write, and communicate. That is what Western education entails. Understand
So,
science, understand like understand just few things. It wasn't for you to
so,
even go in depth, but in the long run,
so, are you
that,
saying that the Chinese were not writing or communicating before Western education? Yes, so, Western education.
okay, great. So perfect. You now raise a valid question, and I should be allowed to speak for like the next 1 minute, please. So here is what you need to
No, so,
understand. So when you hear the word,
listen, necessary guy.
okay,
Let's make
sir.
this very interactive. If I'm asking you a question, yes or no, you don't need to explain to anyone. Everyone that's on this platform is educated. They understand our.
Okay,
You
sir.
said Western education is writing and reading and documentation, and I'm asking you,
Basically, just
are you
basically,
saying are you saying the Chinese were not writing before your so-called Western education?
they were writing. There were a lot of
So
writers. I mean, a lot of Chinese legends.
so what we that kind of education, what will you call it?
So
Southern education.
nope, nope. So we say Western education. I mean, the Chinese form of education is mostly there were writers. There were a lot of poets
So
in the.
you haven't defined what is Western education for me. What is Western education?
So Western education is okay. Let me just put it this way. So Western education is just what we run in Nigeria, where we have a curriculum that states the scheme of work, what we'll do, what we'll learn, how we'll do them. So it's well structured, teaching us how to read, how to write, how to solve problems using what we've learned in the classroom. So
So
basically,
teaching you how to read is Western
yes,
education.
you need to read. There are people, not
No,
everybody knows how to read.
no,
Understand
listen.
that.
Teaching you how to read is Western education.
How to read, how to write. I
No,
mean,
no, no,
you
no.
you don't
Teaching
understand.
you listen. Teaching you how to read is Western education.
Brother, when it comes to a white, okay, please, can I speak? I don't want you to obstruct. I wouldn't want you, please. So here is how it works. You mute me, I beg. Make I talk now. Should I go ahead? I was
I'm
muted.
listening. I'm
So
listening to you.
now someone muted me. So this is what I'm trying to say. It's simple. There is a tradition. Rather, there is a tradition of having a. Somebody they mute me now. Somebody they mute me. If you, Mama, I didn't get that. What did you say?
Sorry,
So
continue. Ẹ má mute wọn mọ́ ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
ẹ jọ bàbá Tinka, bàbá Tinka,
What did she say, please?
bàbá mi Tinka,
uh,
bàbá mi Tinka, ẹ jọ ẹ bá wa
Mwandisa.
bí wọ́n tán máa ti explain ẹ ṣeun ẹ jọ tán máa ti explain western education tán ẹ kàn wá bá wa explain nǹkan tí olóyìnbó ń pè ní global education kàn bá wa
Mm.
explain meaning ẹ̀ náà fún wa
Papa, you for allow me to
ká wá
talk
wo
before you
ìyàtọ̀ tó
raise this
wà
question.
alright ká wá wo ìyàtọ̀ tó wà nínú ẹ̀ àti western education tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ ẹ ṣeun.
It's a Western education and global education. It's the same. It's the same. So here is how it works. Remember, I talked about reading, writing, being able to communicate, ensuring that when you communicate, I mean, there is no communication if you're talking and I can't hear what you're saying. You might be speaking Yoruba, good Yoruba, but I know hear Yoruba, so you know they communicate. So when you write and I can't read what has been penned down, then you've not said anything. So when it comes to Western education, it's an ideology whereby they want everybody on the face of the earth to become one. I mean, having the same knowledge, having the same understanding on different subject matter. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they pen down or they list down the scheme of works, the logic in which you used to calculate a particular problem. I mean, everything is just well iterated. It's now left for you to come to the classroom and you've been taught how it works. Why? Because they want to globalize everybody. They want everybody to be together. And this is how it works. The truth
All right,
about life is this. Sir,
Edgar,
hold up,
let's
sir.
again. Listen, you are repeating the same thing over and over and over. So, with what you just said now, so you try to say is that Western education is about problem solving, right?
Absolutely. It
Good.
solves problem. Yeah.
And so, like mathematics, right?
Mathematics is part of it. You use mathematics to solve problems. Yes.
So, but mathematics is part of Western education.
Only mathematics you dey talk about.
No,
Brother, there are a
there's a
lot
lot
of
of things.
subject
There's
matters.
chemistry. There's chemistry. There's
Words.
biology, right? As in
Yes.
your own words, yeah.
People need to understand the world, understand the community, understand everything.
Okay, I got you. So, Talo invent geometry.
Bàbá mi
I
ti ń
don't
kà.
know. I heard it's from no, not
Bàbá mi ti
I
ń kà.
not, is it
Bàbá mi ti
I
ń kà
think
tipẹ́.
Sir,
it's from the
Bàbá mi
Middle
ti ń kà.
East.
Yeah, ẹ ṣeun.
Juan
Ẹ jọ
Visa.
kí a tó lọ.
Is it
Yeah,
geometrics? I
ká tó
think
lọ
it's
for the
algebra.
purpose.
Algebra.
Yeah, for the purpose of our people at home. Because tá a bá ń fi irú àwọn èèyàn wa bíi SR guy lẹ́ẹ̀kan sọ̀rọ̀, káwọn kankan lè yé àwọn èèyàn nílé ni. Àwa tá a bá lè display sórí bí ẹ bá wa display global education, ẹ gbé sí Google yín kẹ́ wo nǹkan tó máa gbé jáde. Kẹ́ wá bá wa type Western education, ẹ tẹ̀ sí Google yín.